Have you ever thought about owning your internet connection instead of just, renting it month after month? Well, today we're going to dive into a project that's trying to make that a reality. It's called Dawn, and it's all built around this really powerful idea: wireless independence.
So, to really get what Dawn is all about, let's start with this question right here. Imagine owning your internet connection in the same way that solar panels let you generate and own your own power. It's a huge shift in thinking, right? From just renting access to actually having true ownership.
And that core idea, that's what Dawn calls wireless independence. It's about a fundamental change, moving control away from just a few massive companies and putting it back into the hands of the community, the people who actually use and build out the network.
Okay, so what is Dawn officially? At its heart, it's a DePIN project, and that stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network. Its mission is kind of twofold. First, to turn internet bandwidth into something you can actually trade, like a commodity. And second, to move all that powerful cloud infrastructure out of giant data centers and right into our homes. So you see, this isn't just another ISP. It's a whole new economic layer for the internet itself.
So, what makes Dawn such a potentially strong player in the whole DePIN space? To get that, we've got to look under the hood, into what I'm calling its engine room. It's all about smarter economics and way smarter tech.
The first big key is this idea called nonlinear scaling. Traditional networks have this huge problem. For every new customer, they pretty much have to add new, expensive equipment. Dawn just breaks that rule. By using a mesh network, a single wholesale connection point, a node, can serve hundreds of customers. Think of it like one big water main that can branch out to a whole neighborhood instead of having to run a separate, costly pipe all the way back to the source for every single house. And the results of that kind of efficiency, it's absolutely staggering. We are talking about potential profit margins of over 90%. An economic edge like that is, it's almost unheard of in any industry. And that's the fuel that could really power some incredibly fast, sustainable growth for the whole network.
Okay, so what's the piece of hardware that powers all of this at your level, in your home? It all centers around this thing called the black box. But believe me, calling it just a simple router would be a massive understatement.
And here's why it's so much more. This black box is hyper-converged, which is really just a fancy way of saying it's a super flexible platform that can run a bunch of different services all at the same time. This means your one little box can contribute to AI compute networks like Spheron, or it can provide decentralized storage for networks like Storj, and even help with content delivery for services like Pipe. Basically, your one device becomes a gateway to participating in and, potentially earning from all these different decentralized networks.
All right, so a smart economic model is one thing, but how does a network like this actually get big? How does it grow? That brings us to its blueprint for really rapid, high-performance expansion.
Dawn's strategy for growth is just incredibly clever. Instead of spending billions of dollars and years trying to build a network from the ground up, it partners with existing internet service providers. And specifically, they go after ISPs that are already using this high-performance wireless gear from a company called Tarana. This lets Dawn instantly bring that provider's entire coverage area onto the blockchain. It's like they're short-circuiting the whole traditional, slow growth process.
So how well is this strategy working? Well, right now, the network already covers over 4 million households just in the United States. And this is so important. It means Dawn isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. It's a live functioning network with some serious real-world reach that's ready to grow fast.
This whole approach just completely flips the traditional ISP model upside down. As you can see, the old providers often compete on cost, which just leads to a race to the bottom on price, and let's be honest, often on quality too. Dawn is focused on the exact opposite: performance over cost. By delivering speeds that are like fiber but wirelessly, it competes by giving you a better product, and that lets it maintain its value without getting dragged into those nasty price wars.
So when you put all these pieces together, the nonlinear economics, that hyper-converged hardware, and the super-fast expansion strategy, it becomes pretty clear that this isn't just a small improvement. We're really looking at the blueprint for a totally new kind of network.
And in the end, it all comes back to this really powerful mission statement: to transform bandwidth into a tradable commodity, and to move the wealth that's generated by cloud infrastructure directly into individual homes. This is about decentralizing more than just technology. It's about decentralizing the economic rewards that come along with it.
All of this really leaves us with one massive question to chew on. With its unique model and already impressive growth, is Dawn actually showing us the future of how we all connect?
Praise the